Alrighty, y'all. It's about time. It's Judgment Day. Now, I'm not adding bottles here, y'all. So, this is my drink. This is my ice water or my sparkling water. I'm not adding bottles here. Stop pressuring me about my bottles, bro. Anyways, we have Velvet to summon on. I actually did get currency yesterday. Shout out to lootbar.gg. Links in the description if you guys want to get cheaper gems, right? I was able to stack myself the one pack, the $30 pack, but like a lot cheaper, like $20 or whatever. So I saved myself 10 bucks, right? I'm gonna do the 2 multis with her. Or with this. If I don't get her off this, I'm going to go on loot bar again, get more currency, and then summon again. And if I don't get, like when I get to 400, then I'll just pity her, right? I think that's what we'll do. So let's summon, go ahead, all that stuff, right? Subscribe as well. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers. So subscribe right now if you enjoyed the video. On the road 30,000. Let's summon. Let's go. Come on now. I believe in Velvet, bro. I keep thinking of calling her Vivette, which is Kai Cenat's new brand. Okay. Nothing. I felt like that was going to be a goal. Nothing right there. Okay, we got one more. I don't know why, but I feel like I want to call her Vivette. I don't know why. I feel like people would be like, no, that's disrespectful. Because, you know, a lot of people are force hating Kai right now. Okay, absolutely nothing. Okay, so let me go on to lootbar.gg and I'll get more gems real quick. Actually, wait, let me get a multi off of this because I'm only like 2 singles away from another multi. So let me do this. And then if I don't get the next multi, I'll go buy more gems. All right, so I can't lie. That music for that event got me going crazy. It's really good. But yeah, we got another multi. Velvet, come home because I don't want to have to spend another a couple of bucks for you. But since it's cheap, I have no problem doing it. Y'all know I'm trying to get every single character that comes out this year. Okay. Okay. That's why you always make sure you get AO. Come on. I just need Tetra, right? She's Tetra, right? Tetra? Oh! Tetra? Velvet? Vivette! Yeah! Yes, Zersky. She let go. Oh my God, let's go build her up. All right, so we got Velvet, and obviously the first thing I want to see is her DPS. I want to see if her DPS is good. Before we test her as a support, before we test her as anything else, I want to see how good her DPS is going to be. So I'm going to put her on the Montrose Trio team. Obviously, we'll put Liberalio on there as well. Helm will be there. Not Scarlet Blackshot, I'll have Helm there for Burst Generation. And then I'm going to put Crown on the team as well. Right, as long as we're using Velvet's Burst skill, I don't think there should be any problem here. I mean, Helm doesn't need to be on this team actually, but I'm just gonna put her on the team, right? She doesn't need to be on this team, but I am gonna put her on the team. So we're gonna go against the boss to see how this is looking, right? Now, again, my Velvet is 555 right here. No overload gear, no nothing like that, right? I'm expecting her to do decent damage because, well, you're Velvet. What? Like well, it's not that, but like, you know, I feel like Velvet should do something. Right, so we're gonna take a look right in a second. I want to see her numbers. I want to see her percentages and all that stuff. Here's her burst skill animation. I know my webcam's in the way a little bit. It's okay. So this is where now I need to see before we start anything. Let's pause. Velvet's at 2.9 million, right? Let me lower this a bit. She's at 2.9 million, almost 3 million. We'll just say 3 million. Her percentage is at 555, no overload gear. This is what she's getting right now. So she's getting 5% final attack. That's the weapon. The weapon or weapon change to is now dealing 5.41% final attack, right? She has a 26% attack damage buff from herself, and then she's dealing 309% of final attack as additional damage, and she gave herself she's going to be giving herself an 11% attack damage buff while we're in the full burst after every 50 normal attacks, right? Not to mention, she is the one who used her burst skill and all that stuff, so she is getting the buff from Crown as well, which is the all for one or one for all, right? So we're going to take a look and see you guys, because she has a lot of attack damage buffs. A lot of attack buffs, a lot of attack damage buffs. She has it. A lot. So we're going to take a look. 3 million to what? No over... Oh, that's too fast. That's too fast. Oh, my God. 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 Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, wait, pause. Wait, pause. Stop this foolery. Stop this foolery. That's a 555 character. No overload gear, no leveled up gear. No leveled up gear. Oh, whoa. Rebuke said he has her build, so we're going on Rebuke's account next. And she's doing that every burst rotation? Wait, hold on. Wait. 75 million to... Oh my god. Oh, she's good. That's a meta character, I would say. Yeah, she could hit harder than that. Way harder than that. She could hit way harder than that. She can hit way harder than that. For a burst 2, this is what I said though. I said as a burst 2 supporter, right? The only way she would be meta, or I don't want to say meta, but the only way I would say she's valuable is if she could do the numbers. If you don't understand, I'm going to say it again. My Velvet is 555 with non-leveled up supporter gear. Not overload gear, base gear, not leveled up or anything like that. So for Velvet to do all this, oh my god, that's ridiculous. And she's doing, oh my god, I want to put her on scope lock. I actually want to put her on scope lock, and I want to see. We're gonna put her on scope lock, then we're gonna go on Rebuke's account because he told me that he has her built. We're gonna put her on scope lock. No, we'll put her on scope lock, do a support testing on Kraken, and then she's gonna be actually, yeah, she's gonna be good. But my thing is now, what's the play? Because I feel like if you build up Velvet, she could possibly hit harder. She could possibly hit harder than Nayuta if you build her up against a single target enemy. She could possibly hit harder than Nayuta. If I'm just considering like these facts. Oh, she's going crazy. And look, again, like I said in my team video, we're re-entering the burst skill. We're re-entering our full burst in less than 5 seconds with this team. So she is, all her stuff is permanent. Look, we're re-entering the burst skill within less than 5 seconds. Her entire kit is permanent right now. Anything that's activated on her is permanent. I'm gonna show you guys right now. But look, full burst is done. Full burst is done, right? Full burst is done. All this stuff right here, she has 4 seconds, 5 seconds to reapply this, right? Full burst is already active. 4 seconds, a second hasn't even passed there. She is permanently active. She is insanely strong. She's not like broken strong like a burst 3 DPS, but for a burst 2, she's really strong. Wind did not need this, but she's gonna be good for Tetra Tower too. That's a really good character for Tetra Tower. She could be a really good burst 2 option for Tetra Tower. I will give them that. Oh my, I'm so glad I got her. No overload gear and you're almost about to be at 1 billion damage. What are you telling me? Nayuta was at 1 billion damage with overload gear. What are you telling me, Velvet? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wind is on top. Wind is actually on top. I didn't think her bullets were that fast. I knew they were quick, but look at those numbers. It looks like she's hacking. She's getting about like 500 shots. She's getting like 5 million. Oh, oh my god, the last burst skill was crowns. So now she's just gonna be supporting. Now she's just supporting. See, now she's just supporting. Oh my god. If she did it, if she got her burst skill off, she would have been at 2 billion. No. Oh my, or she would have been at 1 billion, my bad. She would have been at 1 billion. A burst 2? We're going into scope lock ASAP. We're going into scope lock ASAP. Because what am I seeing right now? What am I seeing? We're going into scope lock. This is where everything is fair and balanced. Scope lock. Then we'll go into Kraken as a support. Then we'll hop on Rebuke's account and try her out as well. Oh my God. I am really happy with that so far. Because Overload, I told you guys, Wind with this character, but now my thing is, what do I do? Because I'm not being funny. If she's doing this, right, with Overload gear, what burst 2 do you use? Do you use Nayuta for the Wind team? Or do you use this character? Because Nayuta, you can get her buffs without using her burst skill as well. Besides, like, the, I think, buff she gives off her burst skill. Oh my goodness. What's her damage? Bro, she is damn near on par with Little Mermaid and Liber Alio. Bro, what? Obviously now Liber Alio will be... She's still... Yo, she's not that far. Oh my God. She's not that far. Oh my God. And let me tell you guys this, right? The reason why she, like, this is really good for her is because she's a burst 2 on a 20-second cooldown hitting like this. Velvet is a burst 2 on a 20-second cooldown hitting like this. It's just like Nayuta. Why is Wind getting the craziest characters? Why is Wind getting the craziest characters? Because now you want to tell me it's Scarlet Black Shadow, who they just gave out, or not gave out, but you could guarantee get with the step up, or the, like, guaranteed Pilgrim thing, right? Liber Alio, Little Mermaid, Velvet, and Nayuta. And it's like, who do you use? Because you can either use her as a support, or you use her as a flex burst, or use her as a main burst too. I don't think you go wrong with either or. I'm so happy I didn't just shut her down until I waited to see her damage. Because that's ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous, bro. I'm about to jump. That's ridiculous, bro. What the hell? She's on par with Liber Alio. Liber Alio's the strongest. What? Why is she on par with Liber Alio right now? Oh, this is so fire. And you could use her as a support with any character who has charge. Oh, she is definitely up there for best burst 2s. Not best burst 2. Not best burst 2. But one of the best. I want to test out her support more. We're going to do that throughout the week and stuff like that. Trust me. I have so many team comps now. Because being able to fit this character on compositions is really good. Right? This makes my shotgun team that I was thinking of more viable. In the sense of, like, now you have a burst 2 who's just also doing really good damage. Right? You have a burst 2 really doing really good damage. And what's her weapon? A machine gun? Like, what's her weapon, bro? A machine gun? That's ridiculous. That's actually insane. That's actually insane, dog. She is just rapid firing. And again, with this team, you're entering your burst skill within seconds. Bro, what am I seeing right now? Are we serious? We need to use her as a support, bro. Oh my God. That's dumb. That's so dumb. That's dumb, Velvet. You're getting built maxed instantaneously. I'm building that character up. Oh, that's so fire. Okay, let's try it. Let's use her as a support. So let's use her with the team that everybody wanted to see her with, which is this team, right? Nayuta and then Scarlet Black Shadow, right? And we'll come off a scope block as well because we're using her as nothing more than a support, right? So this team, this is her build, by the way, 555, and this is what she has, but for anybody wondering. No dupes, no attraction, 555, this. That's it. I need to test her out. I feel like the only way we would be able to test out if she's really good for these characters is like her with this team and her without this team. So we're gonna go into the shooting range, obviously, and I'm gonna also go into Kraken, right? But my plan is, let's go into shooting range and see how well she is with this team here, and then we could switch out Velvet for like crown or helm, and then see how good that team is compared. So we're gonna compare those two teams, because I feel like if we compare her with like usually on this team I would have Crown there. I would have Crown there to buff up everybody, but now Velvet goes there. So I just want to make sure it's right. So we're in a full burst. She just got her first full charge off, right? Nayuta should have a charge damage buff of 77%, which is right here, and then the attack buff right here, right? Nayuta has that because she has a charging skill now as well, right? You obviously have that, and well, they all have it. Even Little Mermaid has it, right? But these three characters are getting it, like these three characters are benefiting from it because they all are charging characters, right? Did you see she's a charging character? She's a charging character, and she's also a charging character. So it just depends on how strong it is. We need the 3 minutes to pass. We need the 3 minutes to pass for me to. I can't compare it to anything. I haven't compared it to anything yet. But so far, just her DPS alone makes her really valuable, because her DPS, I don't even think Nayuta is hitting that hard against a single target enemy. I don't think so. So for Kraken, I'm not even gonna be funny. For Kraken, this Velvet character could indeed be the main burst 2 on that team. She could easily be the main burst 2 on that team. It's looking pretty good. Oh my god, it's not looking bad. I'm telling you guys right now, if Velvet makes these 3 characters hit harder than like if Crown was on this team, because in reality, Crown should make these characters do better. That's just how it should be. Crown should 110% make these characters hit harder. Heck, even Helm should make these characters hit harder, right? Because Helm would be buffing up everybody, including herself. Crown would be buffing up everybody, including herself. Velvet is only buffing up the main DPSs on our team, right? She's not buffing up Little Mermaid only because she's not a charging character, but she is because of the attack part. The attack part, right? She's giving everybody here the attack buff. Everybody here has the attack buff, right? But these 3 also have the charge damage buff. So there's a bit of a difference there. I want you guys to understand. Velvet so far is looking like a really good character. Really, really good character. Now, again, do you need her? Realistically, no, but I do think she is a really good character. I do think so, and I don't need to test her out for 8 hours to tell you guys. I'm sure you guys seen in this video, she's a really good character. She's hitting as hard as a burst 3 DPS, and it's fair because it's only understandable she's doing that. She's using her burst skill every burst rotation. But if I'm able to get damage like that from a burst 2 character because she is allowed to use her burst skill every burst rotation, then I deem that good. I told you guys yesterday in both of my videos, the only way I would say this character is good is if she did damage. I wasn't expecting her to hit as hard as Liber Elio. I was expecting her to just hit good. But now that I know she's hitting hard as Liber Elio, or just about as hard as Liber Elio, she's probably hitting harder than Scarlet Black Shadow, for all I know. And let's look at her damage here. So you guys see right here, her damage isn't great, but she's buffing up the team. These guys are almost at 2 billion. Oh my god, I need to see something. This is actually something. Is her buffs that grand? She's not buffing up these characters because they're wind. She's buffing them up because they have charging skills. If I went to any other stage, all these other characters would be getting these buffs as well. That's my best record versus my total record. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm screenshotting this. She barely did any damage though. And let me screenshot this number 2 just so I know, right? That's something. I'm gonna pause the video. I'm not gonna have you guys watch this part. I'm gonna pause the video. So it's gonna take about 6 minutes. I'm gonna do with Crown, show you guys what that looks like, and then I'll do it with Helm as well, show you what that looks like. Right? So we'll be back. All right, y'all. So we got 6 more seconds. We're already at 10 point. What? We're at 11 billion damage now with Crown. Right? So obviously, Crown being on that team is much greater. Much greater. Right? Even though she has overlook and all that stuff. Look at this. This is like, it's not even. Chad, that's night and day, bro. That's with Crown. Right? Now that's if I was to use what's it called? Right? Like you guys can see. There's a big difference there. in damage, right? We're having Crown on the team who's buffing them up versus having Velvet on the team who's buffing them up. My only thing is, I feel like had Velvet been 10-10-10, right? This is a 5-5-5 Crown Velvet going up against a 10-10-10 Crown, right? So I do fear that had she been 10-10-10, and even if she had her overload gear as well, just like how Crown has overload gear in 10-10-10, Velvet probably would have made sure they hit harder, right? She's really good though, right? I think Velvet's a really good character. I'm gonna do so much testing. I need you guys to understand that. Let's go onto Rebuke's account and test it out because he has her built. I'm not building mine today. Well, I am, but he has hers built. So let's go on his account and try this out. We'll do crack and all that stuff over there. So yeah, before we get on to Rebuke's account, I just went into his composition with scope lock on, just so I can see, right? I wanted to see, because again, there's a massive difference between my Velvet and Crown, and I'm not doing this to cope. I just want to see what it looks like if they're all on pair or on par. So just, if for me, it'll be a few minutes. For you guys, it'll be a second. Just give me a second. All right, so again, this right here is scope lock with Crown, right? I know for you guys, this like took like what, 5 seconds. For me, it took like 10 minutes, but this is the damage with obviously Crown on the team, and then this right here is the damage with Velvet on the team. So we're gonna do a comparison. I didn't take a screenshot of the final number because I forgot to, but it's fine. So you guys can see here, right? It's I don't know, is that not on par, chat? Oh, you guys can't see right here. Look, is that not on par? We have 506 million from Little Mermaid here, but she has 493 million here. We have 756 million here with Crown, but she has 731 million here with Velvet. We have 1.1 billion here with Liberalia, but we have just 1,068 million with Liberalia on Crown side. We have 935 million with Crown, but 895 million with Scarlet Black Shadow, and then 180 million from Velvet, 159 million from Crown. I don't know. I wish I took a screenshot of the final number, but that's damn near on par, right? Because, oh my, if I like took some of the damage away from Little Mermaid to match this one and then added the damage to this one, it would add, y'all know what I'm saying? Yo, Velvet might be up. She might actually be. I'm gonna have to do some videos. Okay, let's go on Rebuke's account. Let's stop wasting time. Let's go on Rebuke's account. All right, so we're on Rebuke's account. We're gonna go to Kraken after this one, I promise. But Rebuke has his Velvet max limit broken, right? 10-10-10, and has overload gear on her on his Velvet, right? So I want to see with all this, how much is who's hitting the hardest on this team, right? I have Helm on this team, no Crown, right? I have Helm on this team, but no Crown. Who is hitting the hardest on this team between these three characters? Scarlet Black Shadow, Liberalia, and Velvet. Because these are all things we have to consider. We have to talk about it. Now I want to see what Velvet is doing. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's a lot of damage. I don't even know what she started off with, but okay. So Velvet is at 206, right? But the thing about Velvet is she re-enters her burst skill. Like, she's using her burst skill every burst rotation. And I think because she's doing that every burst rotation, that's what's probably going to make her hit harder than I think maybe. We'll see after this burst rotation, just to see if I'm right or wrong. Okay, no. Liberalia, it's got that shadow dunk it on Velvet. They dunk it on Velvet. They definitely dunk it on Velvet. I think if Crown was on this team, all right, I think if Crown was on this team, then Velvet would hit harder because she would be getting that major attack buff every burst rotation. But it's as clear as day that on this team, Scarlet Black Shadow and wait, is it an insane jump difference? Okay, she's still up there in damage, very, very high, right? I'm not expecting Velvet to hit harder than Liberalia and Scarlet Black Shadow, because then we would have some problems there. right? I feel like if Velvet hit harder than those characters and was supporting at the same time, she would be one of the best characters in the game. And then I would say she's probably a must summon. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta realize some things. But, like, I don't think she's gonna be good against mobs. And we're gonna try that out because we do have Tetra Tower. I don't think she's gonna be good against mobs. But I do think this character is one of the best burst 2s in the game. Now, I shouldn't say that until I test her out with other characters that are not wind. And again, I'm gonna have videos of like throughout the week of her with like these different team compositions. But I think she's really strong. And again, the wind team did not need her, but having her is really grand, I feel like. Because if she's doing numbers like this, you can use her as a burst 2 on another team. And I know it sounds crazy for me to say that because I just said you don't need her for another team. But like if you don't want to use her on the win team, obviously if you're summoning for her, it's still for the win team. But like let's say you want to use her for a different team, or let's say like you want to use Naruto on the win team and you don't want to use this character on the same team as all 4 of those characters because you don't need to use Velvet on the same team as Little Mermaid, Liberalia, and all them characters, right? You could use her as a like another team. I am gonna use her on different teams as a support or a main DPS. And with damage like this, I might as well call her a main DPS because that's ridiculous for a burst 2. That's ridiculous. Little Mermaid is hitting harder, but what's the power difference? Sorry, it's like a 40,000 power difference there. I need to fully see the overload gear. I don't know what the overload gear is fully. I've seen elemental damage on one piece. I need to see what the overload gear looks like after this, right? But I'm sure you guys can see. I think if I had Crown on that team, she probably would have hit harder because Crown would have buffed her up the entire time like crazy, right? And Helm didn't need to be on that team. She's only on that team for burst generation. But what's the overload gear looking like real quick? Elemental damage, no attack percent, ammo capacity, elemental damage, attack percent. So it's like kind of 50-50, right? I'm gonna put Crown on this team, and then I promise after this one we'll go to Kraken. I promise we're gonna come out of shooting range. Trust me. I just want Crown on this team because again, Crown buffs up as well. Not only does Crown buff up as well, but like this character Velvet would be getting a major buff only because she's using her burst skill every burst rotation, right? And remember, Crown gives a major attack buff to whoever's using their burst skill, right? So obviously for someone like Velvet, it might be better. It's looking like the damage is the same, right? She's probably hit her cap. Yeah, she's probably hit her cap at this point because there's no way, right? Yeah, I don't even think like at most she might hit harder than Little Mermaid. At most. That's ridiculous though. No, oh wait. Okay, so right now she's not gonna hit harder than any of the 2 there, but still she's hitting like almost as hard as them, right? In the scope block, right, when I did a scope block on my account with like these characters, she was on par. So I could only assume that this Velvet is obviously less invested than, well, it's obvious when we've seen the overload gear and all that stuff, but she's less invested than Little Mermaid and Scarlet Black Shadow, right? But I think if it was like a fair playing field, which we already tested what that looks like, I'm pretty sure Velvet hits as hard as these characters. And even if she doesn't hit as hard, she's right there. Like when I say right there, I mean like if Liberalia hitting 3 billion, Velvet's hitting 2.8, 2.9 billion. Like that's what I mean when I say right there. And she's a burst 2 supporter going up against burst 3 Pilgrim. Like I want you guys to understand what I'm saying here. We're going about a burst 2 Tetra supporter that's going up against burst 3 Pilgrim DPSs. I don't know what to say. And we could first off, y'all, chat, this whole first skill, get this out. She is not even being able to use any of this stuff right here. None of this is applying. None of this is applying, because by the time we enter, like, by the time a full burst ends, we're back in a full burst. Just get all that out the way. All that full charge first skill nonsense, you might as well remove it out her kit, because we're entering a full burst too quickly. Like, she got one off there, right? But still, like, we're entering a full burst way too quick. Way too quick. She's really strong. I'm really scared for Kraken, because Kraken did not need this. Kraken definitely did not need this. Now, my thing is, Kraken, what do you do? Do you use Nayuta to use her? I probably would use Nayuta, because Nayuta has heals, right? Nayuta has heals. Velvet doesn't have heals. Nayuta has damage, heals, and buffs. This character only has one of the two, depending on which one you use her as. All right, if you use her as a DPS, she has DPS. If you use her as a buffer, she has good buffs, clearly. Right, like if you use her as a buffer, she has really good buffs, clearly. Right, y'all see her buffs were on par with Crown on Scope Lock. What Crown was doing for the team, Velvet was doing for the team on Scope Lock. I need you guys to understand what we're talking about right now, y'all. Bro, she's good, bro. What the hell? She's really strong. 3.5 billion. Like, yeah, she's not 5.5, she's not 4.8, she's not even 4.5, but 3.5 billion. I will take that from my burst 2. I will absolutely take that from my burst 2 DPS. Thank you. Let's go to Kraken now after 31 minutes. Now, before we do that, let's go into Tetra Tower, because this is where everything changes. I feel like everything changes with her in this. I don't know if I want to use her as a burst, a supporter, or a DPS. We'll use her as a DPS, but I feel like everything changes now with this, right? Okay, I could use you actually instead of Helm or Noir, right? We're less damage or whatever, all that good stuff, right? Let's use her on the Tetra Tower. Now, this is not realistically the Tetra Tower. I'm just putting her on here, just making use of what I see. But I want to see, is she decent in Tetra Tower when she gets that burst skill off? We just need that burst skill to go off. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, I'm gone. Channel's deleted. It never gets deleted, but channel's deleted. Oh my God. Oh, Nikke. I forget. Is she deleting them? She's not type advantage, y'all. Oh, because of freaking Soda has to come off. Soda's holding us back right there. I'm putting you, and then the last character could be, I don't even know, like Brady or something. I don't even know. Let's put Brady. I don't know. Let's put Brady on this team. Hold on. Velvet might be a problem. She's deleting them. Like, Velvet's deleting them non-type advantage. Hold on. Let me show you guys this. Just wait till we get our burst skill. Hold on. Right here. Okay. Ludmilla's using her burst skill, right? Look at Velvet. Velvet is deleting these enemies. Look. She's deleting them. It looks like she has true damage. It looks like she has true damage, but the burst generation is atrocious with this team. So I think like she would be good for Tetra Tower. She would be really good for Tetra Tower. It's more just like you need burst generation, right? And if I was looking for burst generation, Ludmilla wouldn't be on my team. Brady wouldn't be on my team. Like I would probably just have who? What would my team be? For burst generation. I would have to sit down and figure it out, but I think she would be very good for. Please don't tell me that's a squad formation. Okay, Rebuke. Let's go to Kraken. Right, I just want to test her damage in Tetra Tower. That's it, right? I will probably do more of a showcase on her because I'm going to record another showcase for her today, so I'll do that later today. I was just going to Kraken and wrap this video up. But so far, looking pretty good. Now, in Kraken, I'm going to use her as a support. Because like I said, I don't think I'm going to replace my Nayuta's heals for Velvet and her damage. But we could definitely test her as a supporter and a DPS. I think it's best to use her as a supporter with this. Because she has overload gear. She's type advantage. Right? Like, everything is going to get deleted here. Okay, there's Nayuta's burst skill. I forget has a Zxous. And then like anything literally gets deleted. You don't even need to like you oh my god. These guys are all getting buffed up like crazy too. And then obviously again, what's her name? Velvet herself is type advantage as well. So Wind is done. Like Wind has their full team. If Wind gets anything else, it would be extra. Because Wind didn't even need Velvet, y'all. If Wind gets anything else, it would literally be extra. I think the Wind team is good for the next 2 years. If I'm being honest with y'all. I generally think the Wind team is good for the next 2 years, right? But like, for example, right there, if I take damage, it's fine because Nayuta heals me up. Right? Nayuta heals me up. And then we can get, like, we're going to go to stage 7 with this team, sure. But I don't need, like, we could keep going past stage 7, but once I get to stage 7, it's done. Like, look how, like, oh my god, that's ridiculous. Yeah, literally, once you get to stage 7, you're done. So, as you guys see, the Wind team is and she's not doing anything. Damage-wise, she's not doing anything. But buffing-wise, she is. Right? She is definitely buffing up the team in a tremendous way. In a tremendous way. Like, I think we're going to get to stage 8 before we get to the second phase. I'm positive we're getting to stage 8 before second phase. We've got into stage 8 before second phase. Let's go ahead and cover. I don't even know whose burst skill I want to use. I'm gonna... No. That's unfortunate. That's a problem. That's a problem. Oh my god, that's a problem. I failed. That's a problem. That's a problem. Unless we just do so much damage that we did nuke. Yeah, if I... That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, that's just crazy. But what is she doing as a on-fielder? Because remember, Nayuta still heals even as an off-fielder, right? I just want to double check something. Does she heal? Yeah, she just heals for free. Yeah, she just heals for free. Like, you don't need her as a burst. Like, realistically, y'all, we could do this because she just heals. So you don't even need, like, you can actually just use Velvet as a burst to DPS, I think. Because what am I seeing, bro? She just heals for free. Nayuta just heals for free. So you use Velvet. Velvet gonna do numbers. Hey, she. I don't want to break that. It's broken. It's fine. I don't like breaking it because I know I can break it so quickly that I try to stall it out for more time, right? Because remember, we don't get into the second phase until 2 or 4 of those tentacles are broken, right? So for example, I haven't attacked it yet. It's about to go into its like attacking mode. That's the one thing you don't want it to do. You don't want it to attack you, right? But when I'm in my attacking mode or when it's in the attacking mode, I can just attack it and then boom, right? It's just a little like cheat you can do. Or not really cheap, but like a little gimmick you can do to like kind of stall it out and get more damage out as quick as possible, right? But it requires you to have a team as strong as this one, I think. I think it requires you to literally have a team as strong as this one. Or not as strong, but you'd like to have these characters. But like obviously they have to be built as well, right? I like getting rid of the tentacles and stuff like that. We're gonna get healed from Nayuta, so we don't have to worry about that at all. We can start attacking this tentacle right here. Right, so boom. Now we're going into the second part of the first phase. So we're not going to the second phase, we're going into the second part of the first phase, which is, oh, is it this right here? I guess so. So this is the second one right here, and we got to stage 7 again before the time. I don't want to break it yet. It's broken by itself though. No, not yet. It's not broken yet, and now it's broken, and we're at stage 7, right? So again, that's stage 7 before. I can't see nothing. Oh my god, I couldn't see nothing there. We survived because they're all wind, but yeah, that's what stage 7 looks like. Okay, wait. Oh my god. Yeah, and then you're literally done. Like, yeah, she's gonna do damage. You're done, yo. You're done. Yo, I don't know. You could use her. you could use her as the main burst 2 on the team because she's doing it. She's actually just doing it, right? And her being a sniper rifle is so much better too because you could control it, right? Her being a sniper rifle and like the regular sniper rifle, because obviously you guys know Liberator have that iffy sniper rifle, right? So her being a sniper rifle and the regular one is really helpful for that second phase as well. So whether you use her as a supporter or DPS, she's good. Like, that's my verdict, y'all. You use her as a DPS, you use her as a supporter, she's good. She's definitely going to be ranked very high on my tier list. I think, okay, we're gonna have to cover here. We barely beat it. We could have beaten it way earlier. Are we even gonna beat it? We barely beat it there. But we could have beaten it way earlier too, right? It was just more of like controlling it myself, coming off attacks and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, she's doing damage for the team. You can use her as the DPS and do good, or you could use her as a flex burst too, and she'll do good. Like supporter or DPS, she's really good either way. So, hey, what do you guys think about Velvet? That's a crazy picture, but what do you guys think about this character? I think Velvet is absolutely insane. She's a really strong character, really powerful character. I didn't expect that. I expected her supports to be good, right? But I didn't expect her damage to be like that. So the fact that her damage is like that is really great, and I think she is a very top tier character. Now in this video you guys only seen her with the win team, but trust me, I will have her with all these other teams you can use her on, because again, another thing that makes a character very good in my opinion is their versatility, right? This character being not locked or not being locked to just win puts her like stocks up higher, right? Because she can buff up anybody in the game that has charge damage and just everybody in general with her attack buff, right? And she can be used on any team because she doesn't need any type of wind or anything like that. Only thing, like, the only place her typing matters is like stages where she's type advantage. But other than that, like, I would say she's pretty good. I'd say she's really good. So, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this long ass video. Subscribe and like, road to 30,000 subscribers. Again, shouts to lootbar.gg. If you guys want to get some cheap gems and stuff like that for Velvet, links in the description. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.